What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. Hi, my name is Aliyah. So for today's video, we are going to be continuing reading the story Ben Drowned. This is going to be part 2 of my reading. Ben Drowned is a very creepy and really good read from the website Creepypasta. I read it not too long ago and I was instantly pulled in. Just a brief overview. I'm not going to tell the entire first part of the story, but just giving you guys a brief overview of what the story is about. It is about the writer encountering a haunted version of Majora's Mask, which is a Zelda game, and he just experiences all this weird and creepy stuff. So I'm not going to go ahead and retell the first part of the story, obviously. If you haven't watched part 1, I will have it linked up in the cards right here, or I will have it down in the description box for you to go ahead and watch before you dive into this part with me. This story is a very long read, so this is going to be part 2 of my reading. However, there will be more parts to come. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fit the rest of the story in this video. I don't want to really exceed a 30-minute time on this video. I don't want to have an overly long read, so there will be another part to come after this, so just stay tuned if you are interested in Ben Drowned and you are interested in this read. Before I get into the video though, if you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. The button is obviously right down below. Also hit the bell so you're notified of my future posts. I am going to be starting to post a lot on this channel, so definitely hit that bell so you're notified and you do not miss out on anything to come. Also give this video a big thumbs up if you are enjoying Ben Drowned so far, or if you just like my channel, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Helps me out a lot and lets me know that you guys enjoy these videos so I can continue to make them. So without further ado, let's just get into the reading because we have a lot to cover and we have a lot of reading left to do. So let's just get right into it. Upon getting back to the title screen and starting again, I noticed my save file was no longer there. Instead of Link, it was replaced with Your Turn. Your Turn had 3 hearts, 0 masks, and no items. I selected Your Turn, and immediately when I did, I was returned to the clock tower rooftop scene of my Link dead and the Skull Kid hovering over, with the Skull Kids laughing, looping again and again. I quickly hit the reset button, and when the game booted up again, there was one more save file added below Your Turn, entitled Ben. Ben's save file is right back where it was before I deleted it, at the Stone Tower Temple, with the moon almost crashing. I turned the game off at that point. I'm not superstitious, but this was way too fucked up, even for me. I haven't played it at all today. Hell, I didn't even get any sleep last night. I kept hearing the reverse song of healing music in my head, and just remembering the sense of dread I felt exploring Clocktown. I drove back to the old man's house today to ask him some questions with a buddy of mine. No way I was going there alone. Only to find out that there's a for sale sign in the front yard, and when I rang the door, no one was home. So now I'm back here writing down the rest of my thoughts and recording what happened. Sorry if some of this has grammatical errors and whatnot. I'm running on no sleep here. I'm terrified of this game, even more so now that I relived it a second time writing this all down. But I feel like there's still more to it than meets the eye, and that there's something calling to me to investigate this further. I think Ben is something in this equation, but I don't know what. And if I could get a hold of the old man, then I would be able to find some answers. I need another day or so to recuperate before tackling this game again. It's already taken a toll on my sanity, I feel like, but next time I do this, I'm going to be recording my footage all the way through. The idea to record only came to me towards the end, so you see the last few minutes of what I saw included Skull Kid and the Elegy statue, but it's on YouTube here. I'm going to stay in this thread for a little while longer before I fall asleep to answer any questions you guys might have, or hopefully listen to your ideas or theories to help me shed some light into this, or maybe things I should try to do. I think I'm going to play Ben's file tomorrow to see what happens. Maybe I was supposed to do that all along. I don't believe in paranormal shit, but this is a little fucked up. But maybe this Ben guy is just a really good hacker or programmer. I don't want to think about the alternatives if he isn't. That's the end of the copy paste. I'm hoping that maybe this is some kind of running gag the developers had and that other people have gotten gag or hacked copies of the game like this. This just really scares me. At the end of this thread, there is a link to a video that the writer recorded of him playing the game, supposedly. And it's just some really, really creepy stuff. I'm not going to play it or insert it in this video because it's 5 minutes long and it's a little lengthy, so I will have it linked down in the description box if I can find it. Or if I can't find the video, the creepypasta is linked right down below, so you can go ahead and scroll through it and you can actually watch the video right from the creepypasta thread. So I will leave that to you guys to go ahead and watch. It's a really, really creepy video. Watching it gives me absolute chills. It freaks me out so much. It honestly makes me just kind of think, like, is this real? Like, did this really happen to this guy? Like, this is some out of this world shit. But that's up to you guys to go ahead and watch and give your theories on and, you know, have your own opinions on. I'll have it linked for you right down below. So now we're just going to go ahead and continue reading. Ben Drowned Part 2. Ben. I'm going to post what happened and link the video footage, but last night everything got too real for me. I think I'm done messing around with this. I passed out pretty much immediately after making that thread. But last night, that Elegy of Emptiness statue, I had a dream about it. I dreamed that it was following me in my dream, that I would be minding my own business when I'd feel my neck hairs stand up on end. I would turn around and that thing, that horrible lifeless statue, would be staring at me with those empty eyes right at me, merely inches away. In my dream, I remember calling it Ben, and never before had I had a dream that I could remember so vividly. But the important thing is, I did get some sleep, I suppose. Today, putting off playing the game as long as I could, I drove back up to that neighborhood to see if the old man came back. As I expected, the car was still gone and no one was home. As I was walking back to my car, the man next door mowing the grass killed the power to his lawnmower and asked me if I was looking for someone. I told him that I was looking to talk to the old man that lived here, to which he told me what I already knew. He was moving. Trying to find a different avenue, I asked if the old man had any family or relatives I could talk to. I discovered that this old man had never been married, nor did he have any children or grandchildren through adoption. Starting to become worried, I asked one final question. One that I should have asked from the beginning. Who was Ben? The man's expression turned grim, and I learned that 4 doors down, around 8 years ago on April 23rd, the man informed me that this was the same day as his anniversary. That's how he knew the specific date. There was an accident with a young boy named Ben in the neighborhood. Shortly after his parents moved, and despite any further attempts to talk to the man to get any information, he wouldn't divulge in anything else. I went back and started playing again. I loaded up the game and immediately I jumped at the title screen where the mask flies by. The sound that played was not the normal whoosh sound. It was something much more higher pitched. I pressed start, bracing for the worst. But just like 2 nights ago, the files Your Turn and Ben were displayed. Truth be told, I looked at the Ben file earlier. It seems to fluctuate between displaying the I'll save and not. I brought up the Ben file, hesitated for a moment, noticing that the stats were not the same as they originally were 2 days ago. It seemed like he had already completed the Stone Tower Temple this time. Summoning my courage, I selected it. Immediately, I was thrust into complete chaos. Sure enough, I was outside Stone Tower Temple, but that's about all that was expected. The zone itself wasn't called Stone Tower Temple, but rather Stone. And immediately a dialogue box of complete gibberish that I couldn't make out greeted me. Link's body was distorted. His back was cocked violently to the side, where his posture was permanently disfigured. Link's expression was dull, almost monotonous. He had an expression on his face that I didn't recognize before. It was a blank look, as if he was dead. As Link stood there, his body spasmed irregularly back and forth. I examined what had become of my avatar and noticed I had a C button item I had never seen before. Some kind of note, but pressing it did nothing. Sounds played back and forth that I didn't recognize from the game, almost demonic in nature. And there was some kind of high-pitched yip or some kind of laugh or something playing in the background. I had all of 2 minutes to take in the environment before another one of those fucking Elegy of Emptiness statues was summoned, and immediately after I was cut into the Dawn of a New Day screen. Except this time it was without the I subtext. I was a Deku scrub in Clocktown. This scene would normally play after the first time you traveled back in time. Taro would say, "What just happened?" It's as if everything has. But instead of saying "start it over," she finished her remark in broken text as the laugh of the happy mask salesman played in the background. I was put back in control of my character, but from a fucked up camera angle. I was looking from behind the door to the clock tower, watching my avatar run around as a Deku scrub. Seeing as how I really had no place to go because I couldn't see anything, I begrudgingly went inside the door. There I was greeted by the happy mask salesman who simply told me, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" Before the screen whited out. I was in Termina Field as a human again. I might as well have not been playing the same game anymore. I was being warped around and there was no sign of a day clock or anything. I took a moment to get my bearings as I looked around the field, and immediately I could tell that this was not normal. There were no enemies, and a twisted version of the Happy Mask Salesman theme was playing. I decided to run towards Woodfall before I noticed a gathering of 3 figures off to the side, one of them being Epona. As I approached them, to my horror, I saw the Happy Mask Salesman, the Skull Kid, and the Elegy of Emptiness statue, just standing there. I figured maybe they were bugged out, but by now I told myself that I should know better. Nevertheless, I approached them carefully and found that the Skull Kid was playing some kind of idle animation on loop. Same with Epona, and the Elegy of Emptiness statue was doing what it has been doing all along, just standing there eerily. It was the Happy Mask Salesman that scared me more profoundly than the other 2. He was too idle, wearing that shit-eating grin, but wherever I moved, his head slowly turned and followed me. I had not engaged in any dialogue with him, nor was I in combat with him, yet his head still continued to follow my movements. Reminded of my first encounter with the Skull Kid on top of Clock Tower, I pulled out my ocarina, to which the game played a ding sound when you're supposed to play your ocarina, and tried the song I hadn't played yet, the Happy Mask Salesman's own song, and the song that had been playing on loop back in day 4, the Song of Healing. I finished playing this song, and as I did, an ear-piercing shriek blasted on my TV. The sky immediately started flashing. The Happy Mask Salesman's twisted theme song sped up, intensifying the fear inside me, and Link exploded into flames and died. The 3 figures stayed lit up during my death screen as they watched my lifeless body burn. I can't describe to you how sudden and terrifying the transition from eerie to terror it is. You're going to have to watch the video if you want to see firsthand. That same fear that caused me to lose sleep 2 days ago started to grip me again as I was met with the text, "You've met with a horrible fate, haven't you?" For the 3rd time. There has to be some kind of meaning behind that. I had little time to ponder as I was immediately given another small cutscene of transforming into a Zora, and now I found myself in the Great Temple Bay. Hesitant but curious to see what the game had in store for me, I slowly made my way towards the beach, where I found Epona. I wondered why the game had decided to put her there. Was the game implying she was trying to get a drink? Unable to take the mask off, I decided that riding the steed wasn't the reason she was placed there. Suddenly I realized that Epona kept neighing, and the way she was angled made it look like she was trying to signal a point to me off in the distance. It was a hunch, but I dove into Great Bay and started swimming. Sure enough, I almost missed it. I found something at the bottom of the ocean, one last Elegy of Emptiness statue. I went down to examine it, and suddenly my Zora started doing a choking animation I had never seen a Zora do before, which didn't even make sense because Zoras can breathe underwater. Regardless, my character choked to death and died, and again the statue was the only thing that was highlighted in my death. I didn't respawn this time. I was booted back to the main menu as if I restarted the console. The press start screen was before me. I knew the only reason why it would put me here is because the save files had changed again. Taking a deep breath, I pressed start and I was right. The new save files told me about Ben. Now it made sense why the statue appeared when I tried to go to the laundry pool. The game must have anticipated how I would have tried to escape the day 4 o'clock town. The 2 save files told me his fate. As I suspected, Ben was dead. He had drowned. The game obviously isn't through with me. It taunts me with the new save files. It wants me to keep playing. It wants me to go further, but I'm done with this shit. I'm not touching any more of the files. This is already way too horrifying for me, and I don't even believe in the paranormal, but I'm running out of explanations. Why would someone send me this message? I don't understand it. I just get too depressed thinking about this. The footage is up here for those who want to see it and try to analyze it. Maybe there's some kind of coded message in the gibberish or something symbolic in what I went through. I'm too emotionally and mentally drained to fuck with it anymore. And again, at the end of this thread, there is a video for you guys to view. It's titled Ben. This one is 6 minutes long. Again, too long to put in my video. So I will go ahead and try and find the link for it and put it in the description box if I do find it. If not, you can go ahead and click on the story, and all of the videos that he posted, the writer posted, are all throughout this thread. So you guys can go ahead and watch them for yourselves. Again, it's crazy scary shit. Like I can't even watch them. They just creep me out so bad. But yeah, watch at your own risk. Anyway, let's continue. Ben drowned, part 3. Drowned. I know it's early in the morning. I've stayed up all night. I can't sleep. I don't care if people see this. That's not the point. I just want the word to get spread so I don't suffer for nothing. I've lost the will to type about this. The less I dwell on this, the better. I think the video just speaks for itself. I did what you guys told me to do. I played the Elegy of Emptiness song at the first prompt by the game I was given. But I think that's what the game, or Ben, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm even humoring the absurd idea that he exists in this game, wanted me to do it. He's following me now, not just in the game. He's in my dreams. I see him all the time, behind my back just watching me. I haven't gone to any of my classes. I've stayed in my dorm room with the windows closed and the blinds shut. That way I know he can't watch me, but he still gets me when I play. When I play, he can still see me. The game is scaring me now. It talked to me for the first time. Not just using text that's already in the game. It spoke to me. Talked to me. It referenced Ben. It talked to me. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it wants. I never wanted this. I just want my old life back. Stuff like this doesn't happen to people like me. I'm just a kid, not even old enough to drink yet. It's not fair. I want to go home. I want to see my parents again. I'm so far away from home here at this school. I just want to hug my mom again. I just want to forget that statue's horrible blank face. My original game file is back, just the way I left it before it was gone. I don't want to play anymore. I feel like something bad will happen if I don't, but that's impossible. It's a video game. Haunted or not, it can't hurt me, right? Like seriously though, it can't, right? That's what I keep telling myself, but every time I think about it, I'm not so sure. And at the end of that thread, there's also another video for you guys to go ahead and watch at your own will. I am going to have them all linked down below if I can find them. Hopefully I can. Like I said a million times already, they are all available in this actual thread on Creepypasta. So go ahead and watch those so you can actually get a feel for the creepiness of the story. And that's actually where I'm going to stop reading for now. So what do you guys think so far? What do you guys think is going on in this game? Do you think that Ben is haunting this version of Majora's Mask? Or do you think it's something darker? Do you think it's a demon? Do you think the demon is what made Ben drown? What do you guys think? I just have so many theories. When I finish reading the story, we're gonna cover all those theories that I have, and we're just gonna, talk about what I think is going on in this story, because I have a lot of really, really interesting theories and I want to share them with you guys. But I want to finish the story first. so we cover all of our ground and we all are on the same page and we all know the conclusion together. That's going to be the end of part 2 for my reading. If you guys are enjoying the story so far, definitely subscribe and stay tuned so you can, you know, tune into part 3 and we can continue reading the story together. Really interesting stuff. I'm really enjoying reading it. It's something new for my channel, but I think it's a really great idea. I think it's something good for me. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click that bell so you're notified of all of my future posts. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and if you are enjoying the story. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, as always, and I will see you in the next one.